I got to kick this thing off. Can I kick it off? 1, 2, 3, 4. Ladies and gentlemen, listen.
You are now tuned into another episode of the Man Listen Show. Before we get started, let's hear a few words from our sponsors.
DD's Daiquiris is your #1 supplier of premium daiquiri mixes. You will love the taste of our classic margarita and signature strawberry mixes. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at DD's Daiquiris. DD is spelled DEEDEE. You can also find us at www.dd'sdaiquiris.com. DD's Daiquiris, giving good vibes to good people, one good drink at a time.
Are you looking for a virtual assistant who can help you with your scheduling, travel, research, and expenses? Demi Virtual Solutions is the answer for you. Demi Virtual Solutions also provides mobile notary services. They will travel to take care of your needs. So if you are in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and need a virtual assistant or are looking for mobile notary services, contact them at 469-522-9005, and you can find them on their website at demivirtualsolutions.com. That's DEMI virtualsolutions.com. Are you in the state of Texas and looking for a knowledgeable loan advisor that will walk you through the process from application to closing? Well, then you need to contact Joe Byers at Trinity Oaks Mortgage. Trinity Oaks Mortgage offers FHA, VA, and conventional loans. They also have a first-time homebuyers program available. There is also down payment assistance available as well. Make sure you contact Joe Byers at Trinity Oaks Mortgage. You can reach Joe at 972-512-8990. Please buy the new book by Arika Nicole Moore, Diabolical Tales of Woe. Diabolical Tales of Woe is a thrilling collection of short horror stories that leave you in an excited trepidation to see what will happen next. Prepare to face one horrific encounter after the next in this captivating novel. You can find this book on Amazon in the Kindle and paperback version. That is Diabolical Tales of Woe by Arika Nicole Moore.
More Grace Counseling and Mediation Services offers individual and relationship counseling as well as mediation services to the community. At More Grace, healthy partnerships are valuable and beneficial. Please visit the website www.moregracecounseling.com for more information about our approach to counseling. More Grace Counseling and Mediation Services, where we offer more grace and more healing.
Conversate with Us Radio presents the Man Listen Show. We are the blackest radio show on the internet. We bring you our opinion on topics that affect the black community in an effort to enlighten, enrich, and empower every brother and sister that falls under the sound of our voice. We operate on a no-hating frequency, so be prepared for us to keep it 100% real and 100% black all the time. Please follow the show on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Man Listen Show. Please subscribe to the show on YouTube. Give us a thumbs up, and make sure you share the show and let everybody know about the blackest radio show on the internet. I'm your host, Marv B. Let me go ahead and bring the crew in. So, Ricky, you starting the locks, huh?
I'm trying.
You starting?
How are you? Cool.
You starting the journey?
Starting the
I've
journey.
been talking about it for a while. I feel like it's the best way to go for me.
Mm-hmm.
The best of both worlds, because I don't like combing my hair every day. That's why I always cut it off. But then I have the same little baby fro every day for like the past 5 years, so it's boring. So now I can hopefully with locks not comb my hair every day and not have the same hairstyle every day, kind of.
You got to maintain it though, right? You still got to get it twisted and keep your parts on point, right?
Yeah,
I mean, yeah,
it
but I
kind
can
of
do that.
depends on the look you're going for. Some people get it twisted, like, in the beginning you get it twisted earlier, but every month to every 3 months. Some people go every 6 months. It just depends on, how you want your roots to look, how close to Rasta you want to look.
I remember back in the day when cats used to put beeswax on their locks, and they stuff be looking all brown and dingy and dusty. Remember that back in the day?
Yeah. Yep. It just makes it too heavy and it makes stuff like stick to your head when you use beeswax. So yeah, that's kind of old. Nobody's using that anymore. At least not. I guess not in more the Midwest where the style is different. I think on the East Coast in New York and in Florida, them brothers still use that beeswax, and sometimes they be having like locks that are like this thick and stuff. I think so. Like I said, I should think it's whatever you're going for.
Looking like Kodak Black. His scary looking stuff.
Yeah.
I was just about to say that. Kodak Black, man.
Yeah.
I think a girl that did mine said she was gonna do beeswax next time, but I think it's because my hair is so thin. I don't know.
So a lot of people use
mine
it
is
in the
gonna
beginning.
lock up.
Yeah, so you don't have to get it twisted as often because in the beginning it unravels really quick before it actually locks up. Yeah, your hair is gonna take a good year plus to lock up.
Yeah, this one already unraveling. I just got it done like 3 days ago. So
yeah.
One thing I learned.
Got a Shirley Temple curl in the back.
Yeah. I'm a real Black Power natural, and I was telling my wife, because she's natural, she just wear protective styles, and I was like, man, listen, you need to rock your natural hair. You be an inspiration to other sisters, and you're an educator to the young sisters. She shut me down with one quick statement.
What's that?
Look, man, you ain't got to get up and do it in the morning. So unless you're gonna get up and do my hair in the morning, I really don't need your input. And I was like, you're right.
Yeah. And that's why I keep the baby fro, because all I gotta do is get up, wash it, and
you just kind of pat it down.
I don't even do that. I just shake the curls out and let them do what they do. But even that, after a while, it's just annoying because I just like when I want to dress up or look different or something, I just look the same all day, every day.
You know what though? I'll be honest with you. I don't even have any hair for real, but I still get tired of waking up and brushing my hair. So I would go a week and be like, man, especially since I'm not leaving the house that much.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I'm ashamed of myself because the way it look, I ain't brushed a single hair on my head or my beard in the whole week.
We be doing the same thing. I'm like, because I got 2 heads to do.
Yeah, you still got a little bit up there, but I go from looking like Suge Knight to Uncle Phil.
Real quick.
I had to catch myself because it was about, I ain't been going nowhere. So about 4 or 5 days since I last shaved my head, and I looked, and I was like, oh hell no, I got to dress this, looking like Uncle Phil. Nah.
I see y'all haven't had any of that Beijing in a while either.
I don't use it. I don't use it.
Okay.
People gave me such a hard time about it. Like, why are you putting it in there? And you look so much better without the Beijing. And I just succumbed to it. Me personally, I don't like the gray. My grandmother was in her mid-80s, and she dyed her hair until she passed away. She was
that'll be me.
She was like, if I could dye my eyebrows, I sure would.
Yeah.
She said, I don't want no gray at all. And I'm of the same mindset, but it's kind of different for men. Women think it's sexy.
Yeah.
But personally, I don't like it, but it is what it is.
Yeah. I tell you what,
I'm too lazy.
That Beijing, I've never gone like saying I want to get it, but a couple Christmases ago, we was down in North Carolina. I was there for an extended period of time, so I had to get a haircut, and it was on Christmas Eve, and so I found this spot in this barbershop in a little town or whatever. Went and got in the chair. It was packed. That's the only best barbershop in town apparently, and dude was cutting my hair, and then he started like drawing on my and put a card up there and was spraying some stuff, and I was like, what? And I ain't gonna lie, that was life altering. I looked in the mirror like, dog, he really got me right. But I didn't ask for it, but I was like, it was a difference. It was noticeable for real. It was very noticeable.
Had that Jalen Rose.
So,
yeah, man, for real. It's Steve Harvey. I say Steve Harvey. Yeah.
Steve Harvey.
So, lad, you remember back in the day, like I remember growing up as a kid, going to Styles Barbershop, Top City, $10 for a haircut. And it went up to, when it got to $10, Cash was like, oh man, this is ridiculous. You know, now for a grown man, even for like a teenager like my son, it's about $20, right?
Yep.
At least.
So I still had little hair. I had my beard. This was probably maybe about 5 years ago. So I was still used to going to the regular barber shop where $20, maybe $5 tip. You're going to, drop about $25 to get lined up. Man, I was in Charlotte for CIAA, and I asked my boy, I was like, man, I need a barber shop. I said, man, you ain't gonna be able to get in. Everybody trying to get fresh for the event. Well, there's this barbershop downtown Charlotte. I think it's called, I don't know if it's called Naps or No Grease or something like that.
Naps was here. They might got a Naps there too, but yeah.
It was something like that. And it's a real fly barbershop. It's like one of those you go in and all the barbers are wearing like plaid shirts with bow ties. They got a uniform on. You get you a beer or whatever. So I go in there, man. And you go to a barber you don't know. They do a regular job. So he did all right. And he was like, all right, man, that'd be $50. And it took everything in me to keep my poker face, to not be like, $50 for what? Because like this is $20 back in the crib, you know what I'm saying? But hit me with that 50 piece, and man, I was sick with it. Because I'm out, I'm like, man, listen, I'm out kicking it. I'm trying to use this money at the club, Hit me with the 50 piece. Now it's a normal thing, because now that's my age. You don't want to be like, I don't want to be in a barbershop. I don't want to be around kids my son's age. I want to go where I can relax, be with just me and the stylist, and be done. So I'll pay the money now. But that transition from that 20 to that 50, that's a hurdle.
I hit a 80 spot in Houston.
No way. I'd have been like, y'all got some dishes in the back for me to wash or something.
This was like executive, like they put me in a massage. She gave me a massage. They gave me a facial. No lie.
Oh, okay. So if you had a facial too, that makes sense.
Yeah, like
that's
$80.
That's what I get. My barber now, she rubbed down the neck. She got magic hands too, boy.
I'm like, you doing too much. Leave me alone. I feel like the price is going up.
Right.
Hey, but it was they figure it's an hour. They figure they book them by the hour, so it's like an hour of your time. And if I was doing a haircut every 20 minutes and charging $25, if I give you an hour, that comes out to $75-$80. So
yeah,
I understand.
Yeah, I paid $20 still for my son's haircut.
Yeah,
I cash app his barber. We make our appointment, and he's still our barber because me, I be getting angry and it's not too much you could do with that. My son was like, Mom, please let me go back to my barber. I done had him since I was like 8. Could I still go there? I was like, I don't know, man. He on thin ice with me.
Changing, you gotta understand though, changing barbers is almost like, I don't know what you can liken it to. It's almost going to a different bar. It's like cheating on your wife. Honestly, you go to a different barber, it might be worse. Straight up.
I thought you were gonna go a different hairstylist. You went way left on that one.
Especially if they're in the same shop.
Man,
If they're in the same shop, and you like, nah, bro, I'm gonna go right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Listen, when I first started taking my son to the barbershop out here, I smooth did that because he wanted some hairstyle some basketball player had. This when he was like 8. And so I went in and I was like, he said he want this. And then they did it and he didn't really like it. And then the next time we went in there, dude was busy and bumping his gums and stuff. That's something I can't stand. I ain't come to the barbershop to listen to y'all talk. I did that when I was a kid. Because my dad and my 3 brothers would all go to the same barber. I'd be like, why am I here? I'd be there all day for nothing. And then so for you to just be sitting there and bumping your gums and stuff, I was like, oh yeah, you're fired. Move on to the next barber.
You don't respect my time.
It was literally one chair over.
Right.
I didn't care at all.
And I feel like back in the day they used to kind of like have like prices for different types of cut. Now I feel like it's just one standard price. Like my 14-year-old has a big head and gets a mohawk. The 18-year-old has a little head and just kind of really gets it tapered. So why is it the same price? I mean, his head's not even as big as his, and he's just getting it tapered and lined up. He's getting the whole mohawk with his big football helmet head.
Same reason why a small shirt costs the same as a 2X.
Yeah, I guess.
Hold on. I'm in the big boy crew. The small shirts don't cost the same as
No, no.
Big and tall.
At the store,
Up
online they don't. Online
up
they
until a
don't.
certain point. Up until a certain point.
But
Right.
if you go to Dillard's or whatever, wherever, you know, every shirt is the exact same price, the same style shirt. And so, you
That's in
know,
that section. I'm in the big and tall section.
That's in that section.
See, that's the specialty. That's the specialty joint.
yeah.
Now, once you start getting that specialty joint, you know you're in a different league. I was thinking about that the other day when I was running, because when I was a little kid, I used to play in my grandma's shoes, and I'm like, why she got wide shoes? Her feet was so small. She wore like a 5, but a 5W. And then now I'm like, well, I got your feet in like every possible way, because except they're not a size 5, obviously, because I'm taller than her. But I'm like, why do I have wide feet? And where do you find these miraculously, wide shoes? Like, that's not even, I don't even see that anymore.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what I got this though. With my son, like when you got the transition from the kid shoe, adult shoe, that price go up by $40-$50.
Yes.
I remember I was in the academy in Houston, irate. Said, man, where the shoes at? He's like, sir, man, he in adult sizes now. I'm like, man,
Drop a little tear.
you gotta wear adult shoes.
Past that 6.
Drop a little tear. Drop a little tear.
Yeah.
Smash that foot up in that little kid shoe with that Velcro, you know.
Imelda Marcos,
My youngest wears a 15. It takes weeks to find him a pair of shoes.
See, and that's when my mom, she got me scared, because she like, oh, he not even done growing. He already at 11 and a half. He probably really needs 12. So I'm like, shh, stop. Hey, don't worry about that.
What's that catalog they used to send to the crib?
East Bay.
East Bay.
You got big feet. You got to shop out East Bay.
Yeah. East Bay.
Because otherwise, because I wear size 14. Otherwise, you walk into Foot Locker and you say, this right here. And where you got 14.
Yep. That's pretty much it.
You just be like, I take that. You know what I'm saying?
That's how it was last year, but now it's 15 for everything. First it was just 15 for the football cleats, but now it's 15 for everything.
How tall is he?
He's not 6 foot yet.
What? In 15? He gonna be at least 6'4" though. It's size 15, man.
Yeah, well. Yeah. Hopefully.
How old is he?
14.
Okay. Yeah,
he's a little big brother.
Yeah, we got one of those.
Yeah, for sure. Nah, man,
that's crazy.
Kids that have you crazy, man. Especially, I feel sorry for the people, man, that have to still do homeschooling, like with this whole virtual learning.
Oh man,
I was telling people, because my youngest is 18, and I was telling people, like, if I had to teach my kids, like if this pandemic would have happened when they were like, 3rd, 4th grade, I would just have to beat on them. You know what I'm saying? You know how your mom be like, you ain't listening to school, pull out the belt and all that stuff. I can beat the hell out of my kids, because ain't no way I'm gonna be able to teach them. I feel sorry for parents nowadays.
I do too. Yeah. I do too.
But they about to go fully and back open in Texas, ain't they, Marv? I mean, man,
hopefully they get these shots. I got my shot. You know what I'm saying? My arm hurt like a son of a gun, but I got my first shot. So
it's still too early to open up, though.
Yeah, because you don't have not enough people been vaccinated.
Not enough yet. You still gotta like build up the immunity when you get vaccinated and everything. Like wait until the summer. Like my thing is like you closed down for a whole year and you wait up until this point, and now you just want to set everybody
2 months
back.
Of school. 2 months left.
Yeah. Keep that on the other side of the Red River. Don't come up here.
This whole school year.
But you know what?
You know what I mean? Because they ain't learned nothing.
No, they didn't.
Nothing.
She's
I like that. You said stay on that side of the Red River. Oklahoma, they said the Thunder, they the first team in the NBA to say they're not gonna have any fans for the rest of the year. They already announced it today.
They don't have any players.
But I bet you now Texas, that Houston Rocket, Dallas Mavericks game gonna be packed to the brim.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, not for the Rockets. The Rockets horrible, but
Mark can go though. He got a shot. He can go to the games now, and
I don't know. I'm definitely ready to send my kids back next year, because I don't feel like they learned anything either. And now that my daughter doesn't have any hands, I was in court and in 8th grade social studies yesterday. Like, I'm yelling at my client. He told me something. Well, I'm in class trying to get participation. He said, I don't want to lose participation points. I say, how many participation points you think you're gonna lose if you go to jail? You better log off that goddamn class and get in this this court proceeding. Right. And then I'm like, hold on a second. What's he say? What I gotta type?
Right.
Horrible.
Yeah, Andrew Jackson.
They get to talk to text. So
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, we are, but just we haven't worked out the semantics of everything yet. And she only went yesterday.
Do they let you do you have the ability to record the classes, or can you go back and recall them, rewatch them or something?
No, they're WebEx.
I hear you.
So I don't think they record them or not. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then some teachers don't even do WebEx. Some are on Google something and Google Classroom, and they all kind of doing their own thing. Yeah. So she only went one day. We went yesterday because we didn't have to be at the ortho surgeon until 1 and until 2. So we left at 1, and so she logged on the way to the doctor. But then we had such a bad night last night, and then I had court early in the morning. We were just like, man, just go to sleep or just do whatever it is you're doing. I don't got time for that. So
I'm gonna tell you what's been hard for me. I got a senior. It's my last kid in high school. He a senior. It's kind of optional for you to be in class, even though for us we was like, no, because we never kept him home. We was like, no, we ain't playing that games because we know how you gonna be. Because the first day he did virtual, this dude had the PS4 playing while class was going.
See.
Nah, so you going to school. You going to school. But now you throw in these teachers don't really care, and I can't be mad at them.
No,
it's hard.
Some people are virtual, some people are in person, and it's your last semester senior year. I remember my senior year, that last semester, I may I may not have because I had senioritis, and
Me too.
It just
senior skip day every week.
Every week.
Every day. You know, so it's
they like we meeting for breakfast.
Right.
How we meet for breakfast in the middle of school? Like, okay, we're gonna do this senior thing every other day. Oh, okay, well, whatever, I'm with it.
Yeah, Biden said he'll get him back into school. He said he got enough shots. He got enough vaccinations because that Johnson & Johnson here. So,
we'll see.
We're gonna get him back.
We'll Which one did you get, Marvin?
Pfizer.
Okay.
I got the Pfizer, so I got to go back for my second in about 3 weeks. So,
I got the Moderna.
I thought I was gonna get the Moderna, but then when they don't really give you a choice.
No, I heard it's based on the state though. Like they have a breakdown. Like certain states get certain ones. That's what I heard. I don't know.
I say people get Moderna, and then some folks get Pfizer. I mean, it's just I don't know. It's about getting people vaccinated, you know. But the thing that really had me somewhat down was I went to a mega center. So basically, Fair Park is in the middle of Oak Cliff, which is the predominantly black.
Oh, that's where it was? Yeah. That's good.
Where the Cotton Bowl is at. You know what I mean? So you got the big parking lots and people can come and drive through. And they have FEMA and National Guard set up. But I was just watching and I was just looking. And you can't see into everybody's vehicle because people got a tent because it's Texas. But I was looking, I said, man, I did not see a lot of black people. And it's a shame because like we're in the middle of the black neighborhood. And, I got a text message, set my appointment, and you came through. But, whether people want to get the shot or not, that's on them. But I know it's really having a hard, adverse impact in our community. So we got to do something.
Yeah, somebody called me and asked me did I want to get the shot. I was like, how did you get this number? And please never call me again. Yeah. Who are you? No.
Yeah. Skeptical too about how they selected people.
She said click.
Hard.
What'd you say you were skeptical about, see?
It's just how they're picking the people who are getting it. I know you said you didn't see a lot of us in the line, and I know people like Erika and I aren't signing up and rushing to get it, but I'm pretty sure there's a whole lot of people that don't look like us that aren't signing up too, especially because they turn this into a political matter, and you got a lot of Republicans who are claimed to be anti the vaccination and anti-mask. So how are they all, so many of them getting in line versus us? And I know in Florida, there was a woman that actually, I guess, got in trouble for kind of putting her friends or people who were in elite class up ahead of everybody. I just wonder if that's the same thing happened in Dallas. Cause like you said, it isn't Oak Cliff. So it's kind of odd.
It's different state to state. It's different.
Yeah. I know it's Texas and this is Florida, but I'm saying, and so in Texas, or how are they selecting who they're sending that text message
so
to?
really what it is they did 1A and 1B. And 1A is the first responders, the medical workers and all that, doctors, nurses, ER technicians, however you say that.
Mm-hmm.
And then they open up to 1B, and 1B is you got hypertension, obese, diabetes, heart conditions. So I qualify on the weight. And
okay. So you guys are still only on phase 2.
so we're like phase 1B. So we're still on phase.
Oh, you're still on 1B.
1B includes all the people that have like hypertension,
pre-existing condition.
Oh, okay.
But the thing about it is they're not turning you away. Like they say in Florida, you have to have like a doctor's note. In Texas, you just show up and you get your shot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you show up. They're not gonna ask. They're not gonna ask. They're just right here, boom, take it.
Mm-hmm.
And you only getting the shot if you signed up for it. So in Dallas-Fort Worth, there's 4 major counties, right? Mm-hmm. So people are registering with each county, hoping to get selected to get their shot. So I know people that live in East Dallas who have been driving all the way to like West Texas so they can get their shot because they want to get vaccinated. And that's
that's the same thing here. Like they have, you can sign up on the state registry, you can sign up on your county registry, and you can sign up on your city registry. Like there should be some kind of collaboration, I think. But hey,
I think so too.
Because like if you signed up, my wife's grandmother lives here, and she's been wanting to get vaccinated, and we signed her up. No call, no email, nothing about her. So I happen to know somebody that is doing it, runs they're doing it at churches too. They're doing it at the church. And so I called them on Saturday, and it's like, all right, cool, we'll sign her up for next week. And so I'm gonna actually take her tomorrow and get her first shot. But today, finally, Jackson County, in the area, they sent us an email saying we can sign her up. But it's been 2 months, So I called them on Saturday, and they were like, okay, got all her information, took all her information down, called her back and scheduled her, so a lot of times I think it is, you got to know somebody, honestly.
And that's why I think people like me who are indifferent shouldn't be jumping to the front of the line when it's people that really need it and is really waiting on it and trying to get it.
Yep. I said that exact same thing at work yesterday. They keep saying like, why am I going?
Yeah.
What's that?
They want to travel. They want to get back to normal life. You know what I'm saying?
But my thing is there's like, give that to somebody. I mean, I get it. Like everybody in healthcare got it, like, starting January here. But like, why do I need, like Erika said, why do I need to rush and get it? I don't get the flu shot. I've never had the flu. I don't think that I'm going to get COVID. And granted, I don't want to get it and give it to any of my family members or anything like that. But I just don't feel like I need to rush and get the shot right now. Give it to somebody who needs it, somebody with like an autoimmune disease or something like that. Just because I'm in healthcare doesn't mean I should get it. Be the first one.
I was kind of like that, but it was one of those deals where my wife, she's in and out of facilities so she pretty much had to get it for work. So if she got it, I kind of felt it was like my obligation because I didn't want to, then pass it on to her. Right. And being that I work for Department of Transportation, we actually were in fact, infrastructure people fell into that 1B category too, because I am out doing stuff with people the public on a semi-regular basis. So
but that makes sense to me.
Yeah, that's what I say. The opportunity came at work. They were like, hey, we're going to have a clinic here. This is actually the second one. I didn't meet the first tier for people at work, but I was under the second tier. So, yeah.
But y'all saw where Trump and Melania, they snuck and got their vaccine.
Yeah, didn't tell nobody.
They ain't tell nobody.
They got it before he left office. Yeah.
Well, how old is he? Didn't he, were they giving it to senior citizens at that time?
He was the president.
Yeah, he's the president. It don't matter.
Yeah, he got it like first. But he got it before Biden and Harris did.
Yeah, so he got it first, but then he tells all of his followers that it's a fake disease.
Yeah. Oh, no.
That-
It's the Kung flu. It's the Kung.
Yeah, it's the Kung
Listen.
flu. And he goes, why should we worry about anything that only 1% of the population gets, but he gets the COVID vaccination? I'm like, he's
Yeah.
playing all his followers, and they still falling for it too.
I mean, but he gave that
y'all are.
rhetoric up a
Yeah,
long time
y'all
ago,
are.
though. He started getting scared towards the end.
Well, you
About
know, then when they rushed him to Walter Reed, it was tough. They said tough on him.
Yeah, they changed. He changed his perspective when it came real close to home.
Yeah.
Yeah, not really. He's still like dismissing it.
Well, he's like, I'm fine, but that's his personality. But it scared him.
Oh, I know it did personally. Yeah, I know it
Yeah.
scared him. If it didn't scare him, he wouldn't have got that vaccination.
Right, clearly.
Yeah.
But
I know.
well, I'm not gonna finish that sentence.
I know what Biden needs to do. He needs to get my stimulus check.
Where's my stimmy?
He needs to get that student loan forgiven.
Man, I don't even want to talk about that. That's gonna make me mad.
Man, I don't want to talk about that. I ain't gonna talk about the $15 minimum wage. I ain't going for no more. None of
Listen,
that, man.
You know what? You know what they're gonna mess around and do? They mess around and forgive my student loans, which are upwards of $100,000, and then attribute that as income because that's a debt that I don't have to pay back, and then ask me to pay taxes on that $120,000, and we're gonna have a serious problem. So they gonna have to do
the taxes will be better. It won't be it'll be less than 100,000 though. Ooh, law school's
You can
expensive.
spread it out. Because there's people that are like teachers that work in like Title I schools and stuff like that, and they get their loans forgiven. It is considered taxable income, but I think you can spread it out over a few years.
A period of time. They're gonna have to do something, because if they just tell me I made an extra $120,000 this year, we're gonna have an entire problem.
Don't put me on a payment plan. I'll pay it, but break it into
Put
quarters.
me on a payment plan. I already ain't paying them student loans. What you gonna put me on the payment plan for?
You're gonna be like, Wesley.
We're gonna be having the same conversation over and over. I'm just gonna be talking to a different
Now I'm not
department.
paying my taxes, right?
Right, whatever.
I don't know if it was D.L. Hughley, like the bill collector called, like, when can I expect payment? He say, you can expect payment anytime you want.
I don't mean you gonna get it, right? Yeah, it's crazy.
When they call you like, can you take care of this today? If I could, I'd have been calling you.
Right.
Man,
I would have already logged on and paid it
if I had the money and the intention, you wouldn't have to call me.
Right. Exactly.
So,
It'd be a different conversation. Be asking you for help.
Yeah.
God, I've been delivered from that, because I remember back in the day, I was ducking and dodging in bill collectors. I was right out of college. Man. I think my first job, I was making $32,000 a year.
And you got 6 months from graduation date to make that payment.
And you couldn't tell me I wasn't balling. 30
man,
I went and bought me a brand new stereo set.
The Iowa. It wasn't even the Iowa. What? You bumped up the Pioneer.
I had the Harman Kardon. I had it all.
Okay, he had the Harman Kardon. That's a good one. Yeah.
Listen, after a while, my phone just kept ringing and ringing. I called my mama. I was like, "Hey, mama, these bill collectors keep calling me." She was like, "Are you paying your phone bill?" I said, "My cell phone bill." She said, "Cut that house phone off."
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thankfully, I got it together. But you learn. You learn.
You do, man.
Sure.
Man,
the
life of an entrepreneur, it goes either way. I have good months, I have bad months.
Yeah, that's tough too. I can't, like you were speaking on just now. I can't imagine. You kind of have to force yourself to put something away on that, because you don't know what's gonna happen next month or 2 months. You might have two bad months back to back, and you balling out that first month. You can't spend it all though.
You're an entrepreneur, and sometimes like when it's flowing, you're like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? I'm feeling good and stuff. I'm ready to travel. And then when it dry up, you be like, man, I don't know if I can do this. You gotta keep the faith though, because then, because I always believe I want to conviction y'all, like there's always a ram in the bush. And if something happen, a deal will come through, and you have to keep the lights on, you have to keep putting the key in the door, so being an entrepreneur ain't for no punks.
Nah,
it really ain't. That's why I tell people, I'm like, what you doing today? Feet to the pavement.
Yeah.
Trying to get to the money.
Are you busier in the summer, Rika? You know how we always say, okay, it's getting hot outside, people cutting up.
So the law business is kind of weird. So it's not necessarily like I can't really say it's a seasonal type thing, especially since I'm a special public defender. So I got a project in the summer, but that doesn't necessarily mean that more people's acting up in the summer. It just means that there was a project where somebody donated some money and they was like, let's try to knock out these people. Because I also got a project in December. So,
Okay.
It just depends. But then it's like they assigned me 30 cases in December, and I've been assigned like 15 cases since then. So I'm like, okay, thank you, but for real, I got like 45 new clients. And then they be calling me like, you don't know my case offhand? No, sir, I don't even know you offhand.
Dang it.
May the force be with you.
Right.
I need a side hustle like the Nike lady.
Man,
I was gonna say something about that earlier when you talking about shoes, but man, that pissed me. Boy.
What Nike lady?
I'm trying not to jinx it because
so this lady,
Carolina Blues come out this week.
This executive for Nike, her son had a sneaker resale store. So basically, he was using her employee discount to buy like the Adidas Yeezys. Then like I think they're like $750, $300 shoes or whatever. And it wasn't bad enough that he was using her corporate discount, which is probably deep to get that. He was using her corporate Amex.
He was using her card
to buy the shoes. So,
So he wasn't paying for them at all.
No. So then when they show like pictures of her, and they show pictures of him, you see this fool outside with hundreds of boxes of shoes posted up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, hundreds.
19.
Like an idiot. Yeah, for real. So, but here's the tripped out part though. She just resigned.
Yeah.
He was like, my bad, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and quit. And Nike said, thank you for your service. Let me tell you something. I know some brothers and sisters who messed around and bought a cup of coffee with their expense card on their day off. Guess what didn't happen? They didn't get to just resign.
No.
Well, this is the thing though. It wasn't the Yeezys. Obviously, that's not Nike, so that really had nothing to do with her. But it was her card. The thing that got me was he had these off-white fives, and he had a bunch of those, and the only place you could get them was from the Nike app, and you're only supposed to be able to get one pair per person.
Right. Yeah.
How you go with 200? You had to have a plug, right?
So that's exactly what I said. That was so just her.
Yeah.
And
what I read today.
Yeah. So I got into I got a Clubhouse account now because I'm in this sneaker community, and like they do like these little seminars or whatever on there. And right before I got on here tonight, they was talking about that. And the thing with the lady Ann Hebert, she was over the sneakers app. That was under her direct purview too. So I mean, it's a lot going on there. That's why she resigned. She don't want them to dig no deeper.
Right. And that's what I said too. I feel like there's a whole lot of people she can take with her, especially if she was using the company card. Like somebody has to fill out something for taxes. They're not just reimbursing that card.
You got to have some dirt on somebody for her to be able to.
Yeah, there's a lot of people involved. And then her husband had took out the LLC, I think they said in 2018, and then turned it over to the son in 2019, and had, I think she and her husband just kept it. It would have been fine. But a Facebook friend of mine had made this comment, and it is so true. At this stage that we are in life, and at that age, fame was more important to him than money. Yeah. He messed up his whole family side hustle by just posting those pictures on Instagram. Why did you need to post a picture posing in front of 100 boxes of shoes?
Well, it wasn't that. It was the interview, because he said his mama's name at that point. That's where he got busted. It's in Bloomberg published the report, because they were like, how's this young dude? He got a massive resale shop. How's this young dude getting all these shoes? And so he's interviewing him. He was like, yeah, my mom's really high up at night. He gave him her name and everything.
Her position.
Yeah, exactly.
These kids are dumb.
They are dumb. Why did you do an interview? Why did he even show his face? No one should have even known who was behind this.
I wouldn't even grant the interview.
Man,
even
I'd have
know
been
they
3
wanted-
people removed.
Look,
I'd
Yeah.
have sent a peon to say, listen, we're really grateful for all the business that we get. That's all the
Exactly.
information I'm allowed to provide today for
that's
this
it.
interview. Thanks for coming. Have a nice life.
Right.
That's
right.
it. He
yeah, 'cause it's a
posing,
conflict
taking
of interest.
pictures.
It's a conflict of interest to even own a resale shop, whether it's under
Yes.
Nike
Yes.
forbids it. That's probably why they turned it over to the Sun then,
But
because they
even-
said
Yeah.
Nike,
even to have your son,
Nike
it's
said
got to
you
be a
can't do
conflict.
that.
That's still,
That's a
that's not gonna fly.
right. Yeah,
Because
that's
they know
Yeah.
what you're doing.
yeah,
He resigned.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Nike's
I'm glad.
lawyers got to be, well, let me not speak on that. But
Well,
Yeah, not to mention not only that, but I mean the whole way that the sneaker game is now, it's just it's rigged, man. So
yeah,
I had tried to get into it probably 3-4 years ago, and I was getting sneakers and reselling them and
Yeah.
stuff. And since the pandemic hit, boy, you cannot catch a dub on none of them sneakers, man. Like you can't get a W for real.
a lot of cats selling these fake sneakers too.
Yeah, man, I know people that be buying them, and they look pretty much exactly. I mean, if you see them side by side, you couldn't tell the difference.
because they over there making them in the same
people
Yeah.
making
factory.
fake sneakers.
But imagine walking through a neighborhood that ain't too nice with some fake Yeezys and about to get your head blowed off because you got on some fake tennis shoes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll tell you
But
what,
as
it's
much
not worth it.
as much Yeezys I see, and stuff, like some of them have to be fake. Like they,
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
Speaking of Yeezys, before we go, they say
yes,
Kim filed for divorce.
hey, I missed the old Kanye. He's coming back, guys.
We're getting him back.
He's coming back.
Wait,
We
so
getting
we're
him
saying
back.
that Kim's the reason that he wasn't the old Kanye?
Yeah.
Kanye can't come back. Y'all
Yeah,
talking-
he is. He's coming
Stop
back.
it.
Hey man, we love a great redemption story, man.
Yeah, we're getting the old yay back.
You can't
Yeah.
get redeemed from being a coon.
He needed help. I mean, we
man.
talk about that often, how in the Black community sometimes we don't seek the help that we need. He just needed somebody to help him heal, and she was the wrong person.
He got all
Ain't
that
he a
trauma
millionaire?
residue, and he just needed to
He
get it
reach out.
addressed.
Yeah.
He's a millionaire. He can afford help.
I'm telling you, I
It's
feel like
not about the money though. A lot of
Yeah.
times it is.
the effort.
The effort, and we think we don't. I mean, we say I'm good. I got money, so I don't need to go to nobody else for help. I'm good.
Yeah.
The graduation too. Mark my words.
I don't care how much grief you're going through. That'll make you put on no MAGA hat. No,
Hey, man,
I've been through grief, and I ain't never want to sell out. No, so
College
But
dropout two's coming.
yeah, it is. It's coming. It's coming. I mean, I'm just saying, them cats got certain bread. You can't relate to that. I mean, seriously, it's a different stratosphere.
More
Yeah.
money, more problems.
Yeah.
But anyway, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Everybody, I appreciate y'all for following the show. Make sure you share the show. Use the hashtag #ManListen. If you want to donate to the show, go ahead and bang our Cash App, $ManListenShow. We appreciate every dollar that comes to us. Share us on social media, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter @ManListenShow. And on YouTube, hit the thumbs up and subscribe button. And we'll holler at you next time. Peace.
Peace.
Yeah.
Peace.
Hey, we might need to get a Zelle too. That's what them OnlyFans, they be using Zelle.
Dale and Venmo.